Our ladies and oops, sorry, that was yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, showtime. Hiya, back again. Well rested. That's right, I'm saving my points up for when we hit 21. We have yield from the gathering, from ye old gathering. Ye old gathering yield. Oh, help me. We'll sell this off.
Greetings.
And greetings to you, good vendor. Buy those, won't you? Thank you. Well, I've logged in. I think I get another one of those in 2 minutes. Won't that be a shame? What do we have to do for the weekly? We need one more meta event in the Maguma Jungle. One more event in Maguma Jungle. Okay, so Maguma Jungle is just this area. That's Heart of Maguma, specifically. Okay. So I was wondering why I had events in that area in the first place. I think I'm in the wrong place. Where the city? It's over there. Or we can just teleport, because what the hell? What's a few silver between friends, you know? Not much. So, having finished off the map for Metrical Province, we're going to do another map completion. And this time we're doing it for XP and maybe goodies. Why am I? All of a sudden my brain is, at best, minimally functional. Interesting. I can't even see. Okay, there it is. Okay. There we are. I was thinking that it was to the capital cities of the races. But no, it's to the starting map. And here we are at the starting map. And again, having just done this, we get to do it again, which is fine by me, because, hey, a little bit of money. Some more AA. Arcane A. My usual way of leveling is to run characters through 2 or 3 of the initial maps for map completions. And then work on level appropriate stuff for the adventure guide thereafter. This is one of my new additions to the character stable. Dex Devno. Handsome, don't you think? In a dear God, what on earth is that kind of way? Grab the Vista. Grab the POI. Grab some Raven eggs. But we're don't worry. We're not keeping those. We'll put them back in the roost. Oh, dead guys. Oh, that Skelk. Fat Body, good evening, my friend. Hope all is well out in your neck of the woods. Although why your woods has a neck, I'm not sure. That just strikes me as a little strange. Yep, just destroying these skelk nests because I'm evil. Actually, they're bad guys, so... you know. Well, somebody else is murdering all the skelk and destroying all their nests. That's my job. Didn't they get the memo? Fine, then we'll do something helpful. We'll pick up some raven eggs and return them to the roost. There you go, Sacred Raven. Sacred Raven appreciates the work I do for, which is cool. You know, if you're going to help out a bird, you want the bird to be appreciative. Because after all, bird is the word. Quiet down there. My gastrointestinal system is expressing some amount of discontent with my life choices. You can't let your gastrointestinal system boss you around. I mean, that would just be the shits. Never mind. Tasty fish for the bear cubs. So it was interesting last night playing a genuine old school game, even though it's not that old, because it was like a remake or I guess a remaster sort of deal of the original Pirates was the second version. But still took a little getting used to the combat. In essence, no mouse stuff working. Or not much. Just a little bit odd, is all. I mean, in the old days, back when I first got my first computer, Apple II Plus, 1979, I think? Maybe 1980. Even that. Didn't just have a keyboard. It had paddles, and you could get joysticks. It was very easy to do an implementation on a joystick. In essence, a joystick is just two paddles. A paddle is basically a simple potentiometer in a dial, giving a reading from 0 to 255. And you put two of those and spring-loaded joystick, and congratulations, you've got a real functional joystick. Hey, Fizbic. And then you've got two buttons. And that was the Apple II Plus initial addition to keyboard. In the days before mouse was anything other than a household nuisance. Going in, it's definitely time. To bust out the skimmer. We're getting the new and improved version of the skimmer in the expansion in 38 days.
You are a welcome guest.
I'm a welcome guest, guys. Did you hear? I'm a welcome guest. I just need to tell you that was not a cry of pain on her part, if you understand what I mean. It's a sex joke.
I can feel her little tail wagging in my heart.
Out we go. Demonic effigy, I tell you. You can't take these Grawl anywhere. They're all demonic and stuff. Yeah, really, I got nothing. So there are a number of possibly quite compelling things in the near future. I played the living hell out of the Pandaria remix they did for WoW. And I wasn't a huge fan of the Pandaria expansion, although the content itself was pretty good. Legion, I thought, was an absolute blast of an expansion. So apparently they had kind of screwed up originally, and the beta for that was not getting good reviews. Hopefully they woke up and realized this is just something people want to blast. They don't want balanced gameplay in the remixes. What they want is they want access to old, cool cosmetics, and they want a frickin' blast. And that's exactly what we want. Really, I had a really... I leveled like 5 or 6 characters to the cap in the remix. Pandaria remix, so... Food stolen. Oh, I guess I probably ought to steal like one more and return it to them. There we go. I have finished the vent. All by myself. Nobody helped. I'm a pro at that. Let's see. In a couple of days, we have, sad to say, a game that I had been, paying attention to. I don't think I'm going to be dropping the $60 for Ship of Heroes.
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
No, treasure is the greatest treasure, you dumb bleep. In fact, treasure is the only treasure. If it's not treasure, it isn't treasure. It's just like basic stuff, man. What did I used to have there? I don't know, but I don't have it there anymore. Oh, okay. There were a couple other things coming, too, that had my interest. I don't remember what they were off the top of my head, because now that I would like to speak about them, they have exited my head. Stay young, guys. Just a helpful hint. From your host. Well, I was gonna... That guy's not going to let me even get a hit in, is he? No, of course not. Why would he want to do that? Well, I've got a minute to get back to the NPC with the thing they want and get a little bit of credit. Well, not much. It'll be a bronze. Magic ice? Sure, here you go. Ding 19. So there were 3 games that were announced in the relative short period of time after City of Heroes was shut down. There was City of Titans, Ship of Heroes, and third one I can't remember. I think they were all kickstarted, but I'm not positive. I will commune with the sacred wolves. Hello, sacred wolves. I would love to hunt with the pack. Now, it was always going to be an issue when any of them were announced as, going to be their release phase of the game, because City of Heroes is back. So they kind of have to bring something more to the table than just, hey, look, we're like City of Heroes. And I gotta say, the graphics are not inherently impressive. So that's a bad start. It's $60. And the $60 includes 1 month of sub time. And it will also have a $15 subscription. I'm just not seeing their value proposition. I think had they said $60 and it includes 3 or 4 months of subscription time, they'd be much, much, much more likely to get people to drop the $60. I think they'd have been better off with, say, $30 as the entry point if they're going to go with the sub. Or a cheaper sub. I've never understood why the seeming inescapable price point on subs for almost everything is $15. It's always seemed to me that there ought to be, hey, Misty, there ought to be some wiggle room in those numbers. I've always felt that the $15, is a big ask without any sort of intermediate value. For instance, I've thought for years that they would be it would be smart to have, say, a maintenance subscription as well, where if you're going to have the $15 as your base, maybe a $5 sub gives you access on 4 days a month. You can log in and do something for your $5, but you continue to amass any other benefits that require the subscription. Some kind of middle ground. The $15 or bust just always has felt more like just bust in most games. I think, for instance, Guild Wars 2, if it had a $15 sub, I don't think I'd play it. If it had a $5 sub with some, additional benefit, I'd almost certainly pay that. I do think that to some large degree,
What brings you in?
make me a snow leopard. Hi, I'm a snow leopard now. And because I'm a cat, I will do what cats do. I will smell his nutsack. I will play with the leopard cubs. You know, an optional small price subscription that offers additional benefits, I think, is another sort of idea that has never, for the most part, been explored. It's basically, with the exception, I think, of RuneScape, which I think has like a $9 or $10 sub. It's always $15, like that's inscribed in Holy Writ somewhere. And in a case particularly of Ship of Heroes, the value proposition at $60 and a $15 subscription is just not impressive. Not there. I mean, I could almost make the case just for content purpose. But I just kind of object. I'd be at $30. I would buy it just to reward, you know, the devs for reaching the end. But $60 is you know,
Extra damage.
in the age of so much free to play stuff, they've kind of poisoned the well for any sort of intermediate value game. Coming in at what is a premium game price.
First hit is mine.
Unfortunately. Did I grab? I did grab, didn't yes, I did grab. Poor dead Isimir's body. What did he ever do other than be an enormous, very, very dangerous worm? Not much. Man, I wish I could remember what other games were coming, because I was feeling like, okay, I'm not sure which game I'm going to be able to play at what time. Now, obviously, on the 28th of next month, Guild Wars 2 expansion. That's obvious. The Legion remix is very likely, I have to say. Because I enjoyed Legion a lot. Certainly my favorite of the later WoW expansions. By a significant chunk. But there were like 2 or 3 other games that I was going, okay, well, I'm going to have to play that. I'm going to have to play that. Don't remember what the hell they were anymore. Because the old man's thinker is turning into a stinker. I like to rhyme. I do it all the time. Name that movie reference. Come on, somebody's got to have it. Okay, it's Bjarni. Bjarni. We really don't like Bjarni, but I am grateful for the, I don't want to call it a cheat or exploit, but the streamlining mechanic that a friend of mine shared with me, that you can actually
Good hunting.
carry the rabbit food to Bjarni on your mount. As no other player now getting Bjarni's rabbit food, then I will stop going to the most far away ones and I will grab the nearest ones.
Up for a challenge?
I am up for a challenge, now that you mention it. Because the old-fashioned way, where you actually had to carry this stuff to him, this quest was a pain in the ass. I hope that rabbit didn't knock the food out of my hand. He didn't. Poor wabbit. Wasco-y or not, I feel bad for the hungry wabbit. But it's just so much faster and less annoying when you can fly the food directly to Bjarni. That's Bjarni, not Blarney, although maybe that too. One more after this, I think.
Visit more often.
Yep. Take it away, heart complete. Uh, 132 pistol. It is better than that pistol. And a dirk. We don't use dirks around here.
Target destroyed.
We use the manliest of weapons. Things like flame turrets, grenades, flamethrowers. Because we're the manliest of Asura. Never mind that. Can we strike that? Pardon the yawn. I'm having one of those days where you got so much sleep you're tired. So 2 days ago, I was enjoying adult leisure beverages to excess. And despite that, because, hey, you guys deserve it, I streamed yesterday. Normally I don't after an evening of imbibement, because I'm always very tired. The night after drinking, I usually get a lot of hours of sleep, but it isn't a particularly restful sleep. It's the night after drinking when I get the big restful sleep. And so that was a mere, let me check the clock, 12 hours of sleep. Okay, not quite 12. It's like 11:40, something like that. Almost 12 hours of sleep. And now I'm kind of just Loki. Not Loki. Although, maybe that too. Heart complete. Beating up kids, hitting them in the face with snowballs. So yeah, yawning. Human bodies are weird. Let's just put it that way. But I am glad that I managed to have sufficient energy and presence of mind for a Talk Like a Pirate Day stream. Our mateys. In case you missed it. Maybe I am strong enough. Yeah, right. I was considering, in the run-up to Talk Like a Pirate Day, which pirate game I would play. There's an old MMORPG, Pirates of the Burning Sea, which I played certainly at launch. I think in beta, too. And it's come and gone. Good day to you, Mr. the Dude.
You listen to me. Trouble's coming. Better be ready.
And I checked because it's gone through a couple of different owners who have resurrected the game. And whoever currently has it, none of my emails were associated with the account. So I would have had to reset up the whole thing. So I was checking around for others. Ended up going with Pirates because, hey, Sid Meier's Pirates. Remember playing that in the day, the original version. Do I have rocks? No, I have meat. And that wasn't too expensive. $9 on Steam? Sure. Let's see, the rabbit rocks. I think we get 5 from Trug. Yes. But I was looking at a game which, I mean, granted, it was hilariously referred to as Quadruple A by one of the clowns at Ubisoft, for which they have justifiably received unending abuse. But it looked interesting to me at the time. And so, I'm kind of looking for a reason to try it out. It's Skull and Bones from Ubisoft. And it's $40, and I go, tell you what, they drop it down to almost anything. 30? Sure, maybe 35? I'll go ahead and buy it and give it a try. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Surely they will put it on sale for Talk Like a Pirate Day. Right? No.
Knowledge is power.
One thing you can always count on is Ubisoft being something you can't count on. All right, I have 25 stones for
Something new every day.
the guy here. I've got some rune stones. Yeah, just take them all. Oh, heart complete. Level up. One more level and we get to add our first spec line. Oh, the stream yesterday was fun. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I tell you, after 2 hours of talking like a goddamn pirate, I was feeling a little bit dry. Cannot recommend talking like a pirate for 2 hours straight. Mateys. Usually give 30-50% to discount for their new games fairly 6 to 9 months from release. Yeah, that's pretty common. Well, I'm pretty sure it released at 60. What, maybe 2 years ago? We have a waypoint. Whoop. But you don't want to miss any opportunity to get a little free promotional stuff for your game. So, always feels bad buying an Ubisoft game at launch. Yeah, understandable. It's just, it's like they never fail to fail. They had an opportunity, something like that. You point out the fact that, hey guys, if you look at the recent reviews on Steam, they're positive. So yeah, the game got crapped on at launch. Yeah, they shot themselves in the foot/head at launch, but they've continued to put stuff out for it, and as best I can tell, it seems to be a reasonably good game. So you want to draw positive attention.
You must
to
visit more often.
Talk like a pirate day. You make sure that you notify all of the various and sundry game companies, and maybe you actually do like a $15 off the $40 price. A good big deal, and I bet you sell 10,000 copies on Steam. Who knows? Maybe more. You have a marketing release that has a little sense of humor about the past of the game. A picture of a pirate saying it's a quadruple R game. How about that? Ubisoft, you see what you missed. You could have thrown me a copy and used that idea. €70 for a PvP game. That's why the CEO called it Forplay. I took a Singaporean government and sold it for 70. There are just certain companies that they really don't know how to handle their customer base. And it's not just them. I mean, the same statement can be made about EA. Another perfect example, of course, is Randy Pitchford and him continually opening his mouth about Borderlands 4. It's like, Randy, just shut the hell up. It's getting good reviews. People like it. The performance sucks. Don't say a word. Let your engineers handle it. They will tell people, hey, we're working on stuff to improve performance. The game's in a good place. It can be in a better place. Thank you all for paying attention. But no, Randy Pitchford gets out there and gamers are a bunch of whiners. And you get the guy in charge of Ashes of Creation. And what does he do? He says all the people complaining about things in that game are suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's like how to piss off your customer base. Oh, I didn't actually want to do that, but okay. Imply that they're uninformed.
I'm nigh invincible.
CEO said he likes him, so why not? It's...
Won't anyone help me?
Really, they would be well served if Randy would just shut the hell up. Seriously. Another exec. Oh God, he's coming for me. He's coming for me. Another exec might be able to get away with that. But Pitchford, everybody freaking hates him to start with.
Accelerate.
He doesn't have the leeway. Because he has a long history of just saying incredibly stupid crap.
nigh invincible.
You know, at a certain point, if you know, if you're his boss, you say, dude, just shut up. The game is good. We'll have the publicity stuff covered. The issues with performance will improve. We'll have our engineers come out and say good stuff. Nope, nope. Randy's got to get out there and pretend to be an alpha male.
Have you heard the call?
I mean, everything I've heard about the game from players has been positive, other than performance. You know, if you're getting good reviews about everything except performance, what you do is you accept the fact that people don't like the performance, and you say you're going to fix it, and you talk about all the things that people are enjoying.
Greater being. But I ask you this.
That's how you create the positive buzz.
That which can make you stronger.
But all he's managed to do is disincentivize people like me from buying the thing.
And forge your legend with Jormag.
They're going to consume no matter what. Even if you put, it depends. The thing is, the gaming community, that ain't necessarily true. Sure, they're going to make a lot of money, but they may not make as much. You piss the gamers off. The gamers, for better or for worse, they will hold a grudge for an enormously long time. So if you don't have to aggravate them, you shouldn't. There's no gain and some loss. I mean, you are right. We can see how inferior games make a lot of money simply because people are going to buy them regardless. So you're right about that, but there's no reason to aggravate your customer base unnecessarily. You know, the game's going to make a bucket of money. But a lot of people, it won't run for crap on. You know, you've got people with monster systems, Godzilla systems. And they're just getting just terrible performance on it. You know, they have to reduce they're playing with 5090s, top-end CPUs, and they have to play at lower resolutions and stuff. Now, I'm an old fart. I probably could play it and not notice that it was running at 45. Life isn't just about money, though. He has to... Yeah, I absolutely agree that is one of his driving things. Yeah, that's why I said about his being in the alpha male. Is that he's rich. He's got his money. He's going to talk.
That'll silence you.
Part complete. It's doing the company no good, and you would think at some point somebody in the company would go, Randy, please do us all a big solid and shut the hell up. Thank you. I have new pants, guys. I have magical pants. Not just new pants. Magical.
This is the only proper course.
And new pants, as I think everyone around here knows, that means a new die scheme. How on earth could we conceivably improve on our current die scheme. I mean, he's beautiful. But rules are rules. And here we go. That's just awful. We've got Highlands, Moss, and Blood. Highlands, Moss, and Blood. Everyone, Braveheart. Let's sell our crap. And also reinforce our armor. And now let's see where we are here. Okay, I think we've gotten everything to the south of us. Over yonder we go. Grab the POI. POI grabbed. And we got a heart, and it requires us to murder some unsavory peoples. So that's what we're going to do. Like that. It's copper, so mine, mine, mine. Beautiful green on the snow. It feels like a work of art. Okay. Are you wearing your glasses? Are you perhaps red-green colorblind?
My spirit endures.
His spirit endures, guys. So his spirit endures, it's just his liver, lungs, spleen, pancreas, and the rest of his bits that didn't. Okay. Oh, I've been working on the rail. Now this is a difficult heart. One of the more difficult ones, I will go out on a limb and say. As chills and the like just kind of suck, so. That's a level. Alright, because we're sure to pull these guys anyway. You could fall over dead, that would be nice, thank you. Very thoughtful of him to die when I requested it. We also want to destroy this. Another player coming in. Let's see if he's actually coming in. Does look like he's coming in. Well, what we can do is we can help him get in, and then between me and his little undead friends, art complete. Ding 21, specialization is open. We'll get to that in a minute. Hopefully this guy will come in, and together we can take care of this hero challenge. I mean, I can probably manage it for myself, but faster and easier with two. Are you coming, dude? Dude. Daike?
That's how I do it.
Got him. Frozen in that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
My servant.
Invigorating. I'm 6
There we
feet
go.
tall.
Wasn't trying to leave him be. Oh, had been a little, I don't want to ennoble it by calling it a settlement. The little, barely more than a hut over here. And we will grab our first specialization. Those shoes are not as good as what we're currently wearing. Those shoulders, not as good at what
Threshold
as what we're
achieved.
currently wearing. Alright, let's see. Explosives. Where's Juggernaut again? Juggernaut is good, even though it's not as good as it used to be. Tools? Could have sworn Juggernaut was like up the top. But maybe not. It's possible I am mistaken. I know it seems unlikely that I would be mistaken, if not downright impossible. But, you know, I am only human, almost. I am almost human. Juggernaut? Can I get a Juggernaut anywhere? I mean, I know they nerfed it, but they didn't remove it. Used to be it gave you stability while you were using the flamethrower. There it is.
Looks like someone's riled up the growl again.
Firearm.
Finish your drinks. It's fighting time. Come on, nobody messes with my brother.
That gets us to Juggernaut. We will equip the one we can equip, which is firearm. Let's see, gain condition damage, sure. Gain might when you inflict bleeding. Increase crit chance against foes within the range threshold. That actually seems... Sons of bitches, I'm trying to do something here! They freaking interrupted me. Oh, is this the meta is coming up? It looks like the... How about a nice little flame turn for all you jerks?
Infuriating.
Alright, we'll res him. Come on, get up, Tor.
Swarm them.
Come on. Come on, you jerks. Let me just drop down that for a little additional burnination.
Smash that!
Smash them! I'm smashing.
That was easy.
I didn't even beat up my flame turret. They're running away. Chickens! Chickens!
Strange, all right. I wonder what's going on with them.
Let's see. Gain
Go
condition
visit their
damage.
camp and see what I can find out. That could be dangerous. You better take some help.
We will go with Juggernaut. It still has stability. I thought they'd removed that. Might stability for 3 seconds. Napalm. Ah, napalm specifically grants you stability. All right. And that is the 2?
I feel 6 feet tall.
No, the 5. Okay, so that's on a 25-second cooldown. With a boatload of burning. All right. So that was the nerf. They didn't remove it. They just added it as the timer off one of the abilities. We've got new armor, guys. Again, I need not say, but I will repeat.
This is the only proper course.
New dice. We had at least one person, one, as it were, dude, who liked the green on green with a little bit of red. Words fail me. Cotton candy, burnished steel, because those two go together, and frosting. Cotton candy and frosting. So, sugar and lard. Well, of all the color combinations, that is most definitely one. The outfit alone should give 1 stack of blind to the enemy when they engage.
I feel 6 feet tall.
Chunks of raw dredge ore. Well, we can grab some of those. Dredge Ratnik. For those not familiar with the Dredge are a race of communist blind mole rats. Seriously. That is canon for them.
You must visit more often.
Well, heck, we'll grab like 2 more chunks ought to do. And get the event done, because I'm not shy about a little bit of extra XPs, if you know what I mean.
That's plenty of ore.
It is plenty of ore.
Away. And I'm heading out of here. If you have any more, bring it to me. It'll be good to smell crisp, fresh air.
Anyone want some baked rat? technically not baked. More accurate to describe it would be incinerated.
Infuriating.
Charcoalated, perhaps?
Infuriating.
Part complete. We are now 71% done with the map. Exactly 70. No ifs, ands, and just the one but. It's a fat but. Kind of counts for two. Have some napalm, buddy.
For the record, you've been struck.
Gotta say, Dex is a little bit on the bloodthirsty side. Never tried grilled rat before? Well, I mean, obviously when I was a kid, that was a staple around my house.
Infuriating.
Often served with lime jello. Yeah, I know. It's tough to beat. That's good eating, is like what we like to say around my place. Did I miss that vista? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, the sons of Svanir, huh? Burn, punks! This will be a delicious meal that will deliver itself. Wait, protect. Yeah. Why isn't the percentage going? Oh, I have to res the NPC. Fine. They're laying down on the job. It's just so hard to get good help these days. You know.
Infuriating.
Shrine to Jorah. I believe Jorah was Svanir's sister. They don't make them like they used to the NPCs? Yeah, that's absolutely true. When I was a kid, you would expect more from an NPC than that. You'd expect a little bit of pride in workmanship. It's disappointing how far the bad guys have fallen.
Jorah stands again, and she will stand as long as my hands are still.
A heart and a level complete. Always joyous.
Imagine, this could be ground Jorah herself walked on.
Butter. I always worry about the NPCs who have butter on them. Under what circumstances
This is
would
the
you
only
carry,
proper course.
I don't know, 3 sticks of butter around with you? I can't come up, off the top of my head with a whole lot of circumstances under which I would be carrying 3 sticks of butter. I'm not saying that those don't exist. I'm just not sure what they would be. If I were invited to a popcorn party, but they said we're short on butter, could you bring 3 sticks of butter? I would bring 3 sticks of butter. If I was expecting... Oh, actually, cold weather? Butter is a very high-calorie food. And fats are a very good source of energy in the cold, so I'm almost kind of seeing how, that could happen. The Indians had a food called pemmican, which also has a beef jerky company named after it, I think. And what that was is they would dry... Oh, a script burglar.
Stop.
Keep burning, you punk.
You're welcome.
That may be the fastest I've ever killed a script burglar, truth be told. Those Condies did him no freaking favors at all. So pemmican, they would take and dry a meat out, let's say deer. Mace I can use, that is a 235 mace, and that is a 197 mace. That's a new chest.
This is most remarkable.
So they would take the pemmican, or take the dried meat. They would grind it essentially into powder. So you got powdered meat. And they would, I think, do the same with berries. And then they would mix it in fat. That's it. Ground meat, ground berries, and fat. And it's an extremely high-calorie, dense food material that you would use, out on the trail or whatnot. You see the things you learn here? At Lens University. Not really anything like a university. There's more of them than I'm comfortable with, so how about I... Let's res some Lion Guard. Butter and Indians you'd kill for chicken butter masala. I enjoy butter chicken. I prefer a tikka masala for sure. A nice ghost vindaloo, lamb vindaloo. Oh, hell yes. If I'm feeling particularly hungry after dinner, maybe some gulab jamun. Lamb vindaloo is most favorite. Oh God, I'm a big fan of lamb to begin with, and you make it spicy and delicious, and yeah, I'm sold. Completely sold. But you can't go wrong with basic tikka masala. That's just an absolute genius invention. Expanding their cuisine basically for the English audience. Just great. Delicious. Love it. Give me some nice, garlic naan maybe?
They aren't so tough.
There we go. Event completed. The bad guy's gonna come out, I think, pretty soon. Him I don't want to fight because he's got chunks of guys tougher than me in his stools, so we'll skip that. Lived in London for 12 years, Indian and Turkish food, and they're like, no other, miss it so much. I loved my, I think, 10 or 12 days in London. Of course, I'm also a fan of pub grub, so lunches were always just delicious for me. Let's do a little bit of tech here. And I spent 2 full days in the British Museum, and had they allowed me, I would have slept over. I'm a history nerd, so yeah, that would have been, yeah. No, I really, I'm fortunate. My 2 trips out of the U.S., they're identical pants to what I already have. Were to London and Tokyo. You know, if you're going to choose 2 cities to go to, okay, well, I went to Tokyo twice. If you're going to choose 2 cities to go to, you could do a hell of a lot worse than those 2. Now, I'm in Silicon Valley at present, so I don't think it would come as a surprise given the very large Indian community in Silicon Valley. Lots of great Indian food here. Well, and, you know, worked with a lot of Indian coworkers, so they always knew the best place near work. I believe we need 1 more, but that does require us to murder another Doliak. I'll feel bad about it, but...
Infuriating.
Maybe 2 more, but I think just 1. It's similar because I'm in the South Bay. Yeah, 1 more. There's a large Hispanic community, so any of the Hispanic food varieties, Mexican obviously, El Salvadoran, any of them. The phrase I use, you know, a lot of people will talk about they went out and had, what is it? The chain burrito place that isn't terrible. My brain is drawing a blank. Anyway, and I'll go, yeah, I've eaten at there once, but where I live, you can't swing a dead gato without hitting a little taqueria that's out of this world. Chipotle. There we go. I remembered. Also, I will note that the Chipotle style of burrito is called the Mission style of burrito, and that was invented in San Francisco. You know, where it's a big ass burrito with a whole bunch of stuff in it. Yeah, that's California original, San Francisco original. We got to be close. Can't be more than just a couple of things left. Waypoint 90%, 91%. All right, we've got POI, waypoint, hero point. I think that's it. This will give me an opportunity to complain about the heart here. How it's almost always broken. Every once in a while it's working for a couple weeks and then it's broken. I don't know if they accidentally fix it or accidentally break it.
Infuriate! That'll silence you.
Another level. I'll give it a try. Worm brew made from worms. Tastes like the best worm brew I have ever had. Boys, girls, don't do worm brew. Not even once. I think the meta event is about to start.
Can help my friend kill a mighty beast. Aren't you going to help? I have to watch my food. What's yours?
It's the veteran ice worm. How about we just give him a whole bunch of burnination? And a little bleeding, too. I mean, you know. Conditions all around. And then we swap back over to here. We hit him with that, and a little bit of that, some of that, and then a big beam from God himself.
That worm left a hole to its lair. There must be plenty of eggs for the taking down there.
Worm egg omelets again. I think I hear an ale calling my name at the lodge.
Nope, can't use that.
To get soft. Go then. The cave
Now
will be
I shall break you.
That was fun, I suppose. Good thing you had help. Hey, Isormir was worthy of a great hunt.
All right, now we get to see if it's broken again. The way it used to work. You would get in the circle, you'd wave, you'd move up to the front of the new circle that would appear, and you'd catch the barrel. That's the way it worked. Now, it doesn't matter where you stand, you never catch the barrel. I've waved, circle will appear. We want to be just in front of it. It worked! Oh my god, it's working again! Holy crap!
Hurry. You're here to join the worm hunt. Better hurry.
It's working again! This won't last. They accidentally fixed it. Or they fixed it, and we'll see how long it takes for them to accidentally break it again.
Morning, Kevok. All this is heading into the worm cave to get eggs.
It takes half the time, maybe a third the time.
May taste like carrion, but no, they smell like carrion.
Why am I not able to talk to you, idiot?
With her,
Could you shut up and take this barrel before I shove it down your goddamn throat?
better adventure. Which reminds me, where's my ale? Oh, traveler.
Come on, come on. Where's the circle? Got it! Mind you, I'm small, so it knocks me on my ass. It's so much easier now that that's working. Oh, thank you, ArenaNet, for fixing that. Seriously, thank you. What are we missing? We have a waypoint and a POI we are missing. Where did we miss them? Now we get to feel like an idiot. We missed that one? Guys? Guys? They're just resting. In peace. Alright, what POI did? What stinking POI did I miss? Maybe over there? Oh, the one in the cave. And now everybody's going to be shooting at me. Jerks. They're just a bunch of stupid Svanir jerks. Map complete. Losers. Svanir was a loser. His sister was awesome. Svanir, loser. Loser. You just got to let him know. That you know that they're losers. And how about a little roller beetle action? Welcome to the drunkest town in Tyria. Obviously, it's a city in Wisconsin. I'm not picking on Wisconsin undeservedly. First, the lovely and talented streamer Engelbert Meow is from Wisconsin, and any chance to poke fun at her, always going to take it. But also, 45 of the 50 drunkest counties by alcohol per capita in the U.S. are in Wisconsin. 45 out of 50. They have a reputation for being the drunkest state in the union. Most of them would say, well, yeah. You know, as a guy who got plastered drunk the other night, I'm not making fun. But it's a remarkable number. Well, let's see. About a 1 in 3. I think it's a 30% chance. 30%, 33%. One of those two. To get a key. How about now? Now. It's a transmutation charge. If I were to use a transmutation charge, let us say to change my jacket, you can see I have 1,484 transmutation charges, so I kind of didn't need the transmute.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
Kinda. Little bit. We get more hero points? We did. We'd like to finish out firearms. Oh, 1 point shy. The pain. The pain.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous indeed. I agree with that gentleman. It's redunculous. Ow. So, the latest tale from growing old is this elbow. The shoulder was bothering me a couple weeks ago. Now it's the elbow. And every time I pick something up that has any substantial mass to it, it hurts. It also hurts when I, little technical word here, when I supinate it. I'll use the left hand. This is pronating. That is supinating. So you reach to pick something up, you supinate the wrist. Ow. Yeah, that hurts. Yes, I know, Lion's Arch. I'm very familiar with it. The old one was better.
Come back here with that, you little...
I probably don't need 3 pistols. 2 will probably suffice.
Oh,
Just
little
guessing.
Stinkers.
It's a copper here. I'll just drop it on the ground. I'll let one of the hoi polloi pick it up. Want to make sure we got that waypoint, thank you. Here we are. Lovely. Scenic. Lion's Arch. It was lovelier and way scenic-er before. There were new lions, new Black Lion items, and they were interesting. It's a good set. I'm not sure if I want to burn a whole shitload of my Black Lion tickets on a full set. You get a full set, which takes like 16 tickets. You get 16 cool skins, and you get 7 tickets back as a reward for having all. Okay, I think that's the scepter. That one's pretty cool. Focus is pretty cool. I am unwowed by the Warhorn. Shield's nice. Pistol. Rifle. Bow's okay. Short bow. Long bow's, I think, a little better. The greatsword is one of the least exciting of the bunch, but that's fine. The others are actually pretty good. I may end up picking up all of them. I may just end up picking up all of them. So I will return this character to his home base because he's got a personal story quest to run. Let's see. Over here, I think. Down there, I think. Over there, I think. Back there. Yeah, of course it was the very last one I went to. Not the last one that I went to because I went to the first one and it was right and I took it. No, the very last one I could go to. Because I went clockwise instead of anti-clockwise.
I fought for years in the Mist War. I know what it's like.
Pardon the yawn. Mr. 12 hours of sleep evidently is tired. I am going to pop over to another character. Where is he? There we are. We'll go with Skrillissa. Skrillissa Wingnut. She has 2 brothers. There's 2 tight Wingnut and loose Wingnut.
Oh, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Power flow at 30%. Rerouting.
Power flow. It's at 30%, guys. going to spend 4 3/4 silver on this. We're going to do the daily. The new quick play fractals are a lot of fun and very rewarding. I've already picked up, I think, 2 bag slots. And there's just a whole boatload of stuff you can get. As you can tell, it's pardon the yawn again. I'm interested. Please open the Looking for Group panel. I would like to find a Fractal Quick Play group. There we go. And we're off. Basically, an automated LFG or a game finder, group finder.
I need to go. I'm sorry.
Oh, one of our number fell. Don't worry, they get teleported back to the beginning.
I could outrun a centaur.
Oh, they already started it. All right. I was going to wait for the other guy, but okay, they started it.
I could outrun a centaur. They'll have to hit much harder. Oh, shiny.
We will ascend to the upper level. Grab the Mistlock Singularity buff. Oops. Let me back off, because I have another thing I want to do.
Mow him down!
I apologize for leaving you like that. Just
Never mind. Keep progressing.
you're getting closer to the local
Okay,
instability.
I think they turned it off. I think it takes 3 people to turn it off. 2 or 3 people to turn it off.
Time to do some real damage. Smash him! They'll have to hit much harder.
Ascend to the top level. More jumping puzzle stuff. Ish. Die, groundling! Their death cries are really unpleasant. If they make this sound, it's just dreadful.
Mow him down!
I think we lost one of our number again. Whoop, now me too. All right.
I'll remember this.
I could outrun a centaur.
It can be a bit dicey, some of the jumps, because if you take a shot from one of the harpies, because you're then considered in combat, your jumping range can be suddenly reduced. And that can lead to a sudden plummeting, like that person just did.
I couldn't save them. I heard them all pleading. Oh, God. All on my
Time to do some real damage.
Breach, broken, falling, screaming, dying!
Mine. All mine.
I will exit. I will leave party and return to previous map. That is one of the simpler ones. Most of them are not particularly complicated. They can be run with a batch of noobs for the most part. There are a few mechanics in some of them, some of which I'm at least aware they exist, even if I'm not sure of the full mechanic. Put those there.
Target destroyed.
Let's throw that stuff away. Need to sell some crap. Would have been well served to make sure as to what stuff was.
I was manufactured to the
I
highest
know I had
standards.
all of these were already in the inventory. I think these were full of stuff. We still have a couple slots here, so I think that would be everything. That can go up there. We can sell those. At the auction house, because I'm at the maximum number of those crafting materials that you can have currently, socked away in the crafting bank. The silk scraps were selling for less than their vendor value. Yeah, again, there's no point in selling them. It's less than the vendor value.
Act with wisdom.
I don't want to act with wisdom. I want to act with stupid. I have so much of that. Oh, my character has had their 4th birthday. Well, that's delightful. Alright, daily fractal incursion. Yeah, that got us 5 fractaline dust. Not big on the inventiveness of the name. Fractaline. That's the best you could come up with? The 4th birthday gift.
Sweet, sweet loot.
It's sweet, sweet loot. We'll pop back over here and we will choose a die from the die pack. One of the advantages of having as many characters as I do, which is a really stupid amount, make no mistake, it's muy loco.
Seize the moment.
Drop that in the bag. Drop that in the bag. And I'll yawn again. Because, 12 hours is just not enough sleep. You can do better. Here are the dies. We know we don't want any of the Zephyrite because we have all those dies. I need to open up this Jubilant. I think it was the Jubilant, right? Yeah, Jubilant. GW2, Jubilant. Die. Pack. Alright, that's got the Electro dies, which I'm not a fan of. It's got the Shadow dies, and I think I have all of the Shadow dies. We will check really quick. Come over here. Go to dies.
I know you.
Shadow. We have all of the Shadow dies. The Electro dies, I think we probably have 3 of. We have 5, all but Electro Lemon. The Mad King. Let's see. Eerie Ember. Sorry. I know I have Crushed Bone. Eerie, Ember, and Carnage. Eerie. Ember. Carnage. I have all three of those. That leaves Harrowing and Ominous. We've got all of those dice. Matriarch, I know we've got that. Gold Fusion. Let's say Fusion, Sheen, and Vintage. Fusion. Sheen. Vintage. We've got all of those. That leaves Murky and Dry. Murky we do not have. Let's see what it looks like. If we were to say dye our pants, murky gray. Sort of a dark gray / brownish. That's not a bad one. I think I like that better than the Electro. So right now we're set for murky. From the winter. Lapis, Baby. I know we've got Zephyr and Valor, so Lapis, Baby, and Valor. Lapis, we do not have. Baby, we've got. Valor, we've got. Lapis. Let's look at Lapis. Same thing. That's a perfectly nice blue. Our blue butt looks pretty good. I know we've got Pathalo, so Steel, Powder, Resolution. Ghost. Steel, Powder,
and you shall find.
Resolution, Powder. Okay, we've got a number of out of that kit. Then we're going to go with that kit.
All prices are non-negotiable.
Instead, that's the blue shift. Bloodstone. Pretty sure we got all the Bloodstones.
I offer the best prices around.
We do. So we want the kit that has several choices. That is the blue shift die kit. Resolution, Powder, Lapis. Resolution, Powder, and Lapis. Oops. The butt test. Resolution. Those three will probably be next to each other. In the display, Resolution, Lapis, Powder Blue.
All prices are non-negotiable.
Just checking. The butt test. Let's check out our butt. That's a very darker blue. Lapis. Sort of a nice gradient blue. Powder. That's a little bit on the... Makes a decent color for, say, jeans. You know, say acid wash. I'm going to go with Lapis, I think. I think we'll go with Lapis. Lapis. Lapis die. And yes, I go through this with every die kit. Across 40 characters.
Up for a challenge?
Why I have so many damn dies. I am always curious as to what they sell for. So the dies in the blue shift kit are all, the most expensive is blue steel. The rest are about a gold. The Electro dies, which I'm not a big fan of, are about 2 to 4. That's if you're going to buy them off the market. A lot of times it's worth it, if you get as many dies as I do, to just grab whatever the most expensive is. I mean, theoretically, I could have gotten Shadow Abyss, but you can't sell the dies you get from Birthday. Shadow Abyss still selling for 146 gold. So, we have a new die. Leaving us with, well, let's see. There's what? 49 dies I don't have. Did we get a new batch of enameled? No, we did not. Okay. The enameled dies are amongst my very favorites. But I think I'm going to call it an evening right here. It was a good break point for me. We celebrated this character's 4th birthday. They have almost just shy of 200 hours on this character across the past 1,496 days. So we got a map complete on one of the characters, one of the new characters, and we've got the fractal, daily fractal down here. How are we doing on the fractal achieves? They're here under bonus events. Right, we just need to finish this one out. We're currently in tier 12 of 22. This is the one that's got a lot of rewards. Accessories, armor, and weapons from the vendors back there. And those are for exotic quality. Bag slots. Bag slots. A 20 slot fractally stitched bag. Up here you've got a 10 agony infusion, 10 agony resistance ascended accessory. Tier 22 is the legendary weapon starter key, which is basically a starter, your choice of any of the starter kits. And then in here what you're searching for is finishing off the 2nd and 3rd recursion. And then the working together deed, and that will get you the legendary gloves. So we're almost done on the 2nd recursion, and we've got the 3rd incursion, and then working together. Where's that? Right. Complete the recursive investigation 2nd recursion, and then you wait for week 2 to end, and that opens up the next batch of stuff. We already got the Mist Grasper glove box for tier 1. But that will just about finish it up. We'll have the 2nd recursion, we'll get that done pretty quickly.
More violets, I say.
Then the
Less
3rd
violets.
recursion, and then finishing that last batch of stuff. We get legendary gloves, which is cool. I am going to call it here. Hold it. Somebody has posted the fuzzy cat hat, and I have to look at that. I think I know what that is. Yeah, okay. That's in my current dye colors, by the way. That's not the default. Gotta say, though, it works for her.
Hello there.
So I'm going to call it here. As always, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I'm very appreciative. I should probably send you off to another drop-generating Guild Wars 2 streamer. Let's see who's available. I guess I'm going to throw you at Muck. He has 1.1 thousand viewers. What's another additional 8? I think he can manage it. Let me give me just a minute to get that all set up. If you're on YouTube, sadly, forwarding like that is not allowed. Not supported. So we're going to raid the Muck of Luck. If you're not familiar with Muck, good streamer. Seems like a decent guy. So he and I obviously would never get along on as humans because I'm a rat bastard. So we'll be joining him. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I am very, very appreciative. Hopefully you will see me soon. Should be back tomorrow. More of the same nonsense. So, take care. Hopefully you will see me soon. Think I said that. I'll catch you next time, and ciao for now. Bye, guys. Gonna start the raid. Here we go. In 10. Okay, well, you got 9 more seconds of me. Hi, I'm Lens. I was your host tonight, but now I'll be handing you off to Muckluck. Try not to embarrass me. I normally prefer to embarrass myself. Good night, guys. Bye.
Where the boss is, you need to just kind of move around the edges. Just a big circle around the outside.